Hey, how's it going? I'm Nick and welcome back to I Can Do That DIY for another doll repaint video. Today I'll be customizing Honey, the doll that I designed and created myself. Of course I'm in the mood to make something weird. Let's make another mouth doll. For some reason I really enjoy creating these. For this one I decided to make more of a human mouth with human teeth. Of course super giant. I'll print her in ELEGOO water washable resin in beige. But before we get into it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the video. Also make sure to hit that notification bell and stay up to date on all of our latest projects. If you haven't already checked out the website, go check it out! www.thehoneydoll.com. There are a bunch of different options on the website for you to explore. You can purchase a stock honey or customize your very own. There's always new things being added to the shop, so make sure to keep an eye out. Currently the website is having a huge winter sale. You can get up to $100 off on select items, so definitely check that out. Alright, now let's get to the project. Printing. For 3D printing, I'll be using my new ELEGOO Saturn 4 Ultra. Of course it turned out really nice. Here's the face. Now let's move on to painting. I'll start by painting the inside of the mouth with acrylic paints. The majority of the first layer is going to be acrylic paint. Once the red is all dry, I'll dry brush on a lighter rose pink. After that, I'll do a red wash to incorporate everything together. After the red wash is all dry, I'll do a base coat of light buttermilk on all of the teeth. Next, I'll use a white acrylic paint to dry brush the center of the teeth to really give them some depth. Now I'll use a watered down fleshy pink mixture for the lip, followed up by a series of pink and red tones to make it look really lifelike. Alright, next I'll use a dark wash to go over the teeth. This will make them look extra grimy. Then finally, I'll do a layer of Mr. Super Clear to seal in this work. On the next layer, I'll use a white watercolor pencil to add some more detail. Then using a blue watercolor pencil, I'll add some veining to the face. Now using some brown pastel, I'll add some shading. Then using a pink pastel, I'll add some blushing. Cool! Now let's move on to adding some gloss. I'll use a UV top coat to gloss the inside of the mouth and the teeth. Once it's all brushed on, I'll use a UV light to cure it. After that, I'll use a matte varnish to gloss the lips. These have different levels of sheen and I want them to be slightly different. The lips will be slightly less glossy. Once that's all dry, I'll make some spit strings on the teeth and the tongue using some pepper tack glue. Alright, cool, that's pretty good for the face. Now let's move on to making the hair, aka the wig. I've already prepped everything I need to make the wig. I've made the wig cap and painted it yellow. I'll be using some blonde nylon wefts. I'll start at the bottom and work my way all the way to the top. This style will be just a simple straight side part, so I'll do most of the styling off screen. Alright, well that's one weft on. Now let's move on to sewing. I'll start by making a pair of denim shorts. To start this off, I'll sew the center front rise. After that, I'll press the seam allowance to one side and sew a faux J-stitch at center front, as well as some faux pockets. Cool! Now let's sew the front to the back at the side seams. Then I'll fold over and press the access for the waistline opening and the leg openings. I'll sew 2 top stitches at the waistline for the waistband. After that, I'll hem both of the leg openings. Alright, cool. Now's the perfect time to do a Velcro closure at the center back. After I do both sides, I'll sew the center back rise. Then we'll finish up the shorts by sewing the crotch seam. Awesome! Now let's move on to the top. The top is going to be a simple long sleeve crew neck white jersey top. For some reason I lost the majority of the footage for this, so here's me hemming the sleeve. Awesome. And here's me sewing the shoulder seam. Since I lost so much footage, let me take a brief moment to mention my other website. This is Honey Studio. Honey Studio focuses on 3D printed home goods, accessories, and more. There's a wide range of vases, planters, vessels, dishes, and accessories. Everything is made using a filament 3D printer. New items will be added all the time, so make sure to keep an eye out. Make sure to check out all these awesome things at www.honeystudiosshop.com. Also follow our Instagram at honey.studio.ny. Alright, now let's get back to the project and make some accessories. I think she really needs a skateboard, so I 3D printed a skateboard that's a little bigger than a Tech Deck. Here's the board, here are the trucks, some bolts to hold in the wheels, and the wheels. Cool. I'll use some sandpaper to make the grip tape. I'll start by gluing it on with some super glue. Then I'll press it in place and let it dry. Once it's all dry, I'll cut off the excess with a razor blade. While that's drying, I'll paint the hardware silver. Since it's obviously the wrong color, I'll paint it black. For the bottom, I'll use a quick-dry tacky glue to glue on the bottom graphic, which looks like a used skateboard. Once it's all dry, I'll cut off the excess as well. After that, I'll paint the edges hot pink to imitate wood grain. Then we'll glue on the trucks and the wheels. Awesome, this is so cool, I can't wait to try it out. Next up are the shoes, which is actually just our sneaker feet. I'll start by painting the base of them pink. After a few coats, I'll paint the eyelets silver, and then the rest of the details white. Once everything is all painted, I'll seal that in with a layer of Mr. Super Clear. Then I'll use some pastels to give it some dimension and distressing. Alright, now let's move on to some final touches. I think she needs a band-aid right here. So I'll be making a band-aid out of a band-aid. I'll start by taking it out of its package and cutting it to the right size. Once it's the right size, I'll cut a little strip of paper towel for the little padded part. I'll fold it into a little square and place it onto the sticky side. Then I'll place it onto the knee. Awesome! To tie the rest of the body parts a little bit better into the face, I'll add some modeling all over. Then, as the final touch, I'll paint her nails. I'll give these a natural look, so start with a rose pink, then move on to a lighter pink, and then white for the tips. And with that, she's complete! So here she is, here's the finished result. Oh my god, she's totally tubular. I love her so much. She's so weird. Of course, there's some things that I didn't get on camera because for some reason they didn't record, including the rest of the top, the ankle warmers, and the hat. Oh well, I still really like her. Of course, she's definitely giving some Southern California coastal skater girl vibes, and I love it so much. Her little skateboard has to be my favorite part, and the way it actually works, it's super fun. What do you guys think of her? Of course, this is the third version of the mouth, and for some reason I really enjoy doing these. Most likely there will probably be another mouth face in the future. Maybe braces are in store. Who knows? Thank you so much for watching, and for the rest of the video, enjoy the remainder of the photos. Thanks again for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!